Okay, hello folks. I am today going to be starting my series about skincare. I'm not a skincare guru. I'm not selling you anything at all. But because I'm a ghostwriter and I do some interviews, so I had an interview that I have done a year ago with dermatologist about skincare. Apologies, but I will be looking to the other screen where I have written my points. And today we are going to be breaking it down because it's going to be a series. So we are going to be breaking it down into titles. So today's title will be cleansing. What do we know about cleansing? So when I had the interview, the dermatologist told me that the most disrespected step for our skin routine was by people who place zero importance to the cleanser, and that although the cleansing is step one and it can either make it or break our skin routine, and that's why she told me that if we need to have 3 steps. This is the most important thing for our skin routine. 1, cleansing, moisturization, and skincare. So today we are starting with cleansing. Okay, the 3 steps that I have mentioned, if we are going to be embracing it in our skin routine, everything then is good. Cleansing, which is step 1, which is absolutely essential. So because we need to be creating balance. I'm sorry, I will be having a teleprompter next time, but for now, tolerate with me. I have done some effort here. Yes. So we want to be thinking that when we want, again, I'm not selling you anything. I'm telling you what she recommended. So what is this? Is a cleanser. I'm here. This is a cleanser. I have an oily combined skin, so I mainly use a Nivea. Okay, I'm not selling it. No one, of course, is sponsoring me. So what we need to do is you want to give your skin without taking too much of it. You want to give it without taking too much. Oh, what does this mean, Jasmine? So a good cleanser is going to remove dirt, oil, makeup, and debris. Okay, but leave your skin barrier intact so it can protect your skin and keep it hydrated. So while we are using cleanser, we need to take up oil, makeup, debris, but still we need to keep our skin barrier intact. We need to be protecting it. The concept that we do not need to wash our face after if we are not using makeup is something that really needs to die. She told me though. I had actually an interview with 3 people. They told me that the idea, if you are not using makeup, you don't need to use a cleanser. This is something that absolutely needs to die. Why? Because our face naturally produces 2 things, something called sebum and oil. In other words, our face produces 3 teaspoons of sebum a day. And guess what? This is enough to be frying an egg. So the oil that is being secreted from our face are enough to be frying an egg. In fact, she added that bacteria duplicates in our face every 20 minutes. And also imagine that you have also your mobile phone that you are always putting in your face. Imagine the other bacteria that is being collected on the surface of it. So let's say, for example, you are living in a city. I live in Sweden. Let's imagine that you are living in a city like Cairo, because I'm originally from Egypt. You probably have from 200 to 300% more oxidative stress in your skin. Yeah. Of course, and this oxidating stress that leads to damage and breakdown to our collagen. Yes. And guess what? You are going to age faster than the farmer who is working somewhere southern Sweden or up in the north. Yeah. So we need to be very careful where we live, because this also plays a very important fact in our skin. So we need to be washing our face preferably twice a day. 1 is okay. 1 is more than enough, especially at night. We try to do it especially at night. What we need to do, we need to be getting all the noise sitting in our skin and telling her and buying her a ticket and telling her, bye bye, we don't want all this debris in our skin. We need, especially people with acne, we need to be cleansing more. So for people without acne, who are not still in a teenager or 20s, maybe they have more acne, they need to wash from 2 to 3 times a day. People like me who are in their 40s, maybe you who are in your 30s, 50s, 60s, you do not need more to do it more than once, okay? You just need to have a cloth like this one from IKEA, 7. Why jasmine 7? Because when we wash it, we shouldn't be using it again, and we do not want to be using the cotton pads. We need to be saving the environment. We do not have planet Earth backup for our planet Earth, so we are going to be buying pack from anywhere. IKEA as an example, 7, and then every night we dispose it. And remember this, the pillowcase. Remember your pillowcase. So excuse me dear, if we are changing our underwears like once, twice a day, we need to be changing your pillowcase the same amount. What we need to do, we can be changing it every 2 days. So we can be having the pillowcase, we can be sleeping in one face of the pillowcase a night, and then turn it the next time, we sleep on the other one. Deal? There was a study that shows that when you just use water, you improve your hydration level of skin. So you do not need always to be using a cleanser. In the morning, you can use it just with water. In the evening, maybe with a cleanser. Because especially if you are going to be having makeup or stuff, or the debris of the other cream that you were having through the day, okay? So the rule here is going to be, and we need to be focusing on this part, how often you need to cleanse. We need to put in account the skin type and the environment we are living in. Okay, what does this mean? If you are having oily, if you are having oily skin and living somewhere very humid, for example, like Cairo, chances that you are going to be getting up with slicky, messy skin in the morning. I know that. I have been there. And you are going probably to be needing more cleansing. So maybe that's why we're saying twice a day. If you are living in a place like Cairo, like India, like Mexico. But if you are living in a place like Sweden or in a cold country, you don't need it that much often. But yeah, so if you are living somewhere really dry or and you are not as oily, you probably can skip the morning cleansing. And we talked about this. We have been taught, so she also added that we have been taught for many years that if you want to have squeaky, clean, tight feeling, we need to be cleansing more. Why? Because this trend of having the glossy face. This is a sign that you are destroying your skin. And she was saying that this squeaky, clean, tight one is probably a sign that you have overstripped your skin of its natural oils, and you are countering intuitively your skin. So we are going to be starting to produce more oil to make up for the loss. We do not need this glossy skin look at all. And so we need to be finding for ourselves the right balance. We do not need to be cleansing our face more than 30 to 60 seconds a day. Medium pressure, so we're not going to be like this. No, medium pressure, like this. Yeah, lukewarm water or cold water, not high temperature, water, not the 60 degrees steamy kind of temperature. No, we do not need this. Okay, so what else? We said that finding the right temperature is the key. And it needs to be lukewarm. There are different types of cleanser in the market, right? Yes, we offer relatively, okay. Okay, now we comes to the part you want to understand if your skin is oily, dry, or combo. If your skin is dry, you want to look for cream-based cleanser. If your skin is dry, you need to be focusing on cream-based cleanser. Again, this is an interview with dermatologist. It's not from a skin guru video. It's not from ChatGPT. This was an interview that was carried a year ago. Cream-based cleanser contain more emollients, so they are going to cleanse the skin without stripping it. This is for dry skin. What if you had an oily skin? Oily skin, you need to be looking for more gel. That's why I'm using this this one, because gel cleanser tend to have more something called surfactants. Yes, it's called surfactants, yeah, which is cleansing agents. And those cleansing agents create foam, and this foam can be help to get more deeper in the pores. And also it has more to clean the dirt, the oil, the makeup. So for the oily skin, we are going to be using something more jelly or foamy, okay? That. But too much of it can strip again the skin of its essential moisturization. So we need to be careful about this. That's why we are moving now to a very important point, which is sulfate. What is sulfate? Why I'm shouting? I do not know. When I'm excited, I shout. It happens, it happens, it happens. So, hold on a second. Yeah. Sulfate are type of cleansing agent which really got cancelled. Why? You know that we heard about sulfate free. Why did the sulfate got cancelled? Although it's very effective. You can be, okay, why? They can be too much for those who say, why? I'll tell you why. Why have it been cancelled? Because it could be too much for people with sensitive and dry skin. So that's why you can find lots of stuff sulfate free. This was the reason, okay? And now we can get really good cleansing with other ingredients. What is the other ingredient, Jasmine? I will tell you. The alternative is to be having coconut. Alternative to sulfate-based cleansing agent include those that derive from coconut or shea butter. Shea butter or coconut is going to be the alternative to sulfate. How much should we use? Like a nickel, a little bit of it. We do not, when we are cleansing, we do not need to be putting 10 milligram. It's just a little bit like nickel size, and then we start to be washing lightly and gently our face with lukewarm water. Yes. If you have a combo skin, what we'll do with this combo skin? Combo skin are there are more cleansers on the market that you can be using for them, and they can be your skin. They have just enough surfactants or cleansing agent and just enough emollient. So with the combo one, we need to have stuff that have enough emollient. If your skin is dry, go to cream cleanser with hydrating ingredients. If your skin is oily, opt for foam. If it was combo, it's the same thing like oily one. The ones that have more surfactants help to deep clean. For sensitive skin, avoid sulfate, look for coconut ingredient instead. And in addition, to understand how you clean your face, it's so important to take into your health in consideration. What does this mean, Jasmine? Again, what does this mean? I will tell you. Hold on. We said our habits is baby clothes, this baby wash cloth. 2, the pillowcase. 3, our eating habits. And how much we are hydrating. It will be for another video, but this is the basic thing. So for today's video, we have talked about the cleanser, and we do not need anything expensive. Please remember. We are living in a fear-based market that if we miss out in one step, our skin is going to be destroyed. This can never be far from truth. Cleanser, sunscreen, moisturizer, you do not need to be investing a lot in it. You can invest the cheapest one. The most important thing, the ingredients inside it. And always remember that the very first 5 ingredients in any product are the ones that have the more needed factors ingredient. What does it mean? So the very first 5 ingredients in any skin product you have, they determine the strength of the ingredient that is added in this product. So let's say there's A, B, C, D, E, F, G till Z. A, B, C, and D, A, B, C, D, E are the strongest factors that are going to be found in this product, okay? And we're going to be also having a video about how to be reading, or the guidebook for reading this in an easy way. I hope you enjoyed this video, and next video is going to be about moisturization. Hey though!